soaring high above the Willamette River. And nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Ole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Gordon in at small forward. And for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Giles in at power forward. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Morris passes to Gordon. Back to Morris. Pass to Jokic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Morris against Lillard. Here's Porter. Up and in on the layup.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Now here's Powell. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid. He's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Now, here is Morris. Outside Gordon. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers, trailing by 2. Here's Powell. Back to Lillard. For 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Porter kicks to Jokic. Denver passing it around. Powell with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Giles leading the charge. Covington wide open. He fires. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. First quarter of action. Just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Morris. Down low. Here's Jokic. The shot's good. Jokic has got 6.
Jokic doing a nice job getting right to the spot and capitalizing, taking advantage of the high percentage shots.
Lillard outside.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Porter finds Gordon, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. 1:03 left to play here in the first. Rivers gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
There's Harrison. Pass to Green. Back to Harrison. He kicks it to Millsap. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Harrison. Here's Green. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Portland called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
And both free throws good for Green. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Stolen. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Millsap has the open look. And again, Denver no good. And they're on the break. Back to Hollis Jefferson. The 3 from Anthony. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets ahead. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Jones, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Now here's Porter. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. That one drops for them.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Here's Harrison. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Green. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Jones, the pass to McCollum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Here's Harrison. Green left side. Back to Harrison. The pass to McGee. Over McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Goes up again. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. The Nuggets leading by 10. Green dishes to McGee. Passes it to Harrison. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by McCollum. Trailblazers have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Green kicks to Rivers. Fires the three. And again, Denver, no good. And for Portland, they're shooting only 21% from the field so far. There's Hollis Jefferson. And the call on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Up again.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Morris passes to Jokic. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Oh, that is breathtaking.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Pass to Bull. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Lillard against Morris. Now Lillard comes up empty down low.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that'll...
We play through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Bull in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Trailblazers trail by 7. And he's going up for the alley-oop. That one misses. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. Jokic passes to Bull. Back to Jokic. And Cantor pulls it down.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Lillard against Morris. The 10-footer. Jones in the post. Here's Giles, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Giles has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Trailblazers. Morris with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Covington against Gordon. Back to Jokic. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. Jones, no one around him. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And another miss by Denver.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold, this boy. Man.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's Jokic. Nails the baby hook. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Harry Giles. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Here's Rivers. Harrison in the corner. 1:56 left in the third. Rivers dishes to Green. No good off the front iron. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Anthony. There's Hollis Jefferson. The dish to Cantor. Anthony taking his time here. Portland needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Harrison kicks to Rivers. Back to Harrison. Over McCollum. They kick it out to Green. To the wing right side. Harrison. That one off the back iron and out. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes it to Powell. The pass to McCollum. Feeds it to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
Come on.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Gordon comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Michael Porter in for Austin Rivers. Here's Harrison. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Millsap. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
You've got to be more physical than that against Millsap. He's good at fighting his way through contact on the way up.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Passes to Millsap. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, I like seeing Millsap sell that pump fake. He's very effective at drawing the foul once that defender has bid on the fake.
And the second free throw, good. Now here's McCollum from deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The third quarter comes to a close. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Norman Powell. Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the one. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Jokic. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Jokic has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Nuggets. Simons surveying the D. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot two at the line. That free throw good from Harrison. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Morris. Here's Harrison. To the left wing. To the middle. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
I like the work they've been doing in the low post, too. I mean, we've seen a lot of points coming on the inside all day.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Here's Harrison. He's guarded by McCollum. Shots good by Green.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Goes up from the top of the key. Giles. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Green, the pass to McGee. Rivers with it. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Harry Giles. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. And Denver with a change here, too. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. Here's Jones. And he gets the whistle. Two free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Bol, he's checked in for Green. Aaron Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. That's tipped. Morris passes to Jokic. Oh, that's blocked. 3-on-3. Here's Lillard. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Morris looking over the floor. Shooting foul. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Shaquille Harris comes in for Monte Morris.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a one-possession game.
In the corner, it's Gordon. Back to Harrison. To the paint. Gordon kicks to McGee. 4 on the clock. Kicks it out to Gordon. Shoots over Covington. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard dishes to Jones. Back to Lillard to tie it up. Rebound by the Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. McGee finds Porter. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Gordon, the pass to Harrison. Here's Jokic. Good!
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
Lillard looking around. Offensive rebound. Cantor takes it out to Covington. Portland again missing.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Giles checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. And the Nuggets making a change here. Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. And here's Porter. A 3 ball. No good there. So we see Denver get the win here. A narrow. All right, David, great job. Come a long way, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at small forward. And for the Trailblazers, Hollis Jefferson is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson kicks to George. Here's Zubac outside for George. The offensive rebound. Powell with the steal. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson down low. That shot off. Nice D from Lillard.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for. Some of that is about the chemistry that Rondé Hollis Jefferson has with his teammates, right? It's infectious when you share the basketball.
And here's Jackson. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. He kicks to Powell. And the pass to Lillard. Rocket 6. Over Morris. And it's Lillard missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
I'll tell you, his ability to stretch the floor is crucial to this team. Pretty play.
George against Powell. To the wing on the left. Lillard against Jackson. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Portland needs to get off a shot. Lillard from outside. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
George looking over the floor. Kicks it out to Leonard. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Beverly against Lillard. Nobody near Nurkic. And Portland again with the bucket.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Leonard with no one around. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Paul George with the steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you see the elite nature of Paul George's game. Make a steal on one end, finish with authority on the other.
And Lillard kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Oh, wow!
I tell you what, Hollis Jefferson doesn't mind showing out a little bit. What a sensational leaper.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Right side George. And it's Beverly atop the key. Throws it up high. Nurkic with the block. And now Portland on the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
George dishes to Morris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Marcus
Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA. Understands his role as a stretch 4.
Good on both. And here's McCollum for 3. They'll put that, and it's good. But hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo.
And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. It's Powell on the wing. Beyond the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Mann. Out to the right wing. Back to Rondo. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Cousins, the pass to Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Powell with the steal. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. Anthony's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Kennard against Anthony. Kennard with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Rondo. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. And Jones sends it back. And he gets it back. Rondo against Anthony. Pass to Mann. Clock is at 3. Outside for Rondo. For the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Portland the other way. Outside, Jones. Anthony, the pass to Simons. To the inside, Kanter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, Enes Kanter's size and finishing ability, it takes a lot to knock him off his path to the rim.
Now here's Rondo, guarded closely. Pass to Mann. He feeds it to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
A power move by one of the biggest problems in the low post to Marcus Cousins. Don't let him get that deep.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Simons, the pass to Jones. Nice D from Cousins. Clippers trail by 4. Rondo dishes to Cousins. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Jones slams it in.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Passes it to Kennard. Fires from deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Powell, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Powell. Three-pointer. Cousins pulls it in.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nasty move. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And it's Leonard missing.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Lillard. Nifty move. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. George against McCollum. Here's Cousins. Outside for Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Covington finds Lillard. Nurkic against Cousins. That's a 2 from Lillard. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Nurkic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. From deep, George. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
You can see there's complete trust in Paul George and pick and rolls. Fantastic at taking advantage of the defense and the separation they give him.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the last second attempt does not go in for. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq, the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that's a wrap.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Clippers trail by 4. 3rd quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Lillard scanning the floor. The feed now to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man, and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Lillard against Jackson. Outside for George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 11.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Back to Lillard. It's stolen by Morris. George against Powell. Oh, and there is George making a fantastic play. He's got 13.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Powell kicks to Lillard. And he gets the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Clippers also changing it up. Batum comes in for Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Paul George. Here's Jackson. Banked in off the glass.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
McCollum against Beverley. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Anthony in the corner. No good off the back of the rim.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. No good on the 3.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Jackson drives in. Another shot. There's the 3. The Clippers keep it alive. Fires the 3. Here's Zubac. Batum wide open. He fires. Great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
Well, the defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
Simons, the pass to Giles. Kicks it to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Back to Giles. Puts it up from 15. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Looking back at McCollum's breakout 3rd year, yeah, the scoring skyrocketed, but that assist rate went up as well. Effective as a decision maker.
Beverley against McCollum. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
A different look now for Portland. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Harry Giles. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson. 51 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Now the pass to Powell. Lillard from outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Outside for Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. Now Kennard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. For the lead. Good. He hits the jump shot. Lillard's got 10.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And boy, he can strike at any time.
Here's Batum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Portland out in front, leading by a point. From Portland. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got McCollum, Giles is out there with Anthony. Then it's Ennis Cantor. And it's Jones in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Cantor. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop. Cantor's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Portland. Rondo scanning the floor. Pass to Zubac. On the wing, George. Zubac finds George. Back to Zubac. Outside for George. On the clock. Carried from 15 feet out.
Well, the efficiency with the mid-range game, Paul George has always possessed.
Pass to Cantor. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And here's McCollum for 3. He's off on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Rondo with the ball. Jones covering. Passes to Morris. It's George on the wing. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McCollum against Rondo. And a wide open look for McCollum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 11 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Right side, Jones. Anthony left side. The pass to Cantor. Launches it. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. Rondo kicks to Kennard. Back to Rondo. Out to Morris. Over Jones. Morris, no good. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's McCollum. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. McCollum's got his first basket.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Zubac takes it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard outside. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Powell. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. Six on the shot clock. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for a point.
Lillard outside. And the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Boy, how big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
Nurkic with the steal. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Back to Lillard. they grabbed their own miss. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Covington against Morris. Pass to Zubac. 5 on the clock. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Unable to get that one.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And really only one choice here, guys, and that's the foul. Not enough time left to allow the offense to kill the clock.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game. He beats Zubac.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Well, those are essential free throws to make it a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. And Lillard kicks to Powell. A three-pointer, no good. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Richardson outside. The shot by Kleba, wide open. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Here's Richardson. Following the score by Damian Lillard. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Nurkic finds Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Passes it to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard against Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Fast break. Here we go. Richardson gets a wide open look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Richardson against Covington. Here is Lillard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Covington wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The three. Hardaway, no good.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open three is usually like a layup for him.
And there's Enes Kanter on the assist by Lillard. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Shoots. And Tidy gets the jumper to fall.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Oh, that's a tough shot. I mean, you have to have confidence in your abilities to even take it.
Now here's Lillard. Off target from three-point range. The drive by Doncic. Misses from close range. Portland leading by 5. Here's Kanter. Back to Powell. To the left side wing. Lillard against Doncic. Takes it from 10. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Love seeing Lillard work it in close, and he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. The three for Doncic. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound, and it's the Trailblazers on the break. And a deep three from Lillard. Kanter kicks it out to Lillard. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. Powell for 3. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater. And so it's Portland in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Trey Burke. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Redick in at the small forward. Now here's Brunson inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Now Anthony following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. From the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Here's Brunson after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Cauley-Stein passes to Brunson. Back to Cauley-Stein.
Oh, man. Cauley-Stein is just a workhorse down inside, and because of his efforts, he earns a lot of tough foul calls in the process.
It's his first trip to the line. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Burke. Simons surveying the D. Kicks it out to Jones. Nurkic against Cauley-Stein. Nurkic dishes to Anthony. From 20 feet out. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. With the floater. Here's Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. So for the Trail Blazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Now here's McCollum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And now Portland on the break. Jones is running. Tries to save it. Here's the break. Powell with it. Kanter covering. Here's Cauley-Stein. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja. Both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
And go figure is right. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that 2-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Mavericks trail by 12. Stolen by McCollum. Out in his own on the break. And Kanter throws it down.
And it's good to see McCollum working on becoming a better defender, using his quick hands to wipe the ball away.
Doncic outside. Porzingis at the elbow. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
McCollum outside. Passed a little. Back to McCollum. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving his passing.
McCollum against Doncic. McCollum outside. Pocket 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot over Cauley-Stein. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. That'll do it for the first half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 10. Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, the offense is depending on...
And...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Enes Kanter. What a contribution.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys.
We've got Damian Lillard. Robert Covington out there with Giles. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Out to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Lillard scanning the floor. Here's Nurkic. Kleber with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 13. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Now Kleber. To the paint. Covington with the steal. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Powell, no one around him. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Kleber finds Richardson. Lets it go with the 3. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers leading by 16. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Covington inside the line and misses it off the right side of the rim. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Kleber, the pass to Doncic. From deep. Dallas again missing.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Powell for 3. Offensive rebound. The shot by Lillard wide open. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And now Portland on the break. From deep. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Down low. Giles the pass to Nurkic. Back to Giles. Lillard outside. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Robert Covington. Redick passes to Powell. to stop the run. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Mavericks trail by 19. Here's Redick. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Redick's got his first bucket in this one.
Not just a shooter, Redick can also get inside, effective at exploiting holes in the defense.
Pulls it from 20. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Now here's Powell. Back to Lillard. Fires for three. The three. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 15.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
Here's Brunson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Trailblazers leading by 18. Pass to Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. That one doesn't go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Norman Powell. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for J.J. Redick. Outside Anthony from downtown. Kicks it out to Lillard. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Brunson finds Porzingis. Now Brunson. Back to Porzingis. The pass to Brunson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Lillard from outside. Kept alive. Kanter fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
You're dealing with a lot when you're guarding Kanter. Big frame, good moves, good feet, good finisher, and doesn't mind the physical battles.
Here's Brunson. No good there. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Dallas shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. Powell for three, gets the three-pointer to fall.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, indeed, like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Passes it to Anthony. Powell with it. Pass to Simons. From the arc. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Off target from outside. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And here's Richardson outside. And Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 23. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. It's Powell on the wing. Out to Anthony. Over Porzingis. Here's Kanter. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Simons. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here. As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. It's Hardaway with the drive. Basket good. Portland leading by 21. Pass to Cantor. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
It's Powell on the wing. Portland no good that time either. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 19. Stolen by Cantor. Jones looking for an opening. Anthony dishes to Cantor. Back to Anthony. Over Hardaway. Portland again missing. Mavericks trailed by 19. Here's Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Anthony, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Portland.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Hardaway. And Trey Burke subbed in for Josh Richardson. Here's Lillard. From 13 feet, it goes down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard finds McCollum. Back to Lillard. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Now here's Burke. Melli passes to Burke. Over Lillard. Burke can't get it to go. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of
And with
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Covington in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Michael Porter's out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then there's Bull, and it's Jokic in at the center. Now here's Gordon, following the missed shot by Nurkic. To the inside, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Now here's Porter. Back to Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Just to make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Lillard against Morris. And Lillard kicks to Giles. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Here's Lillard. The good-looking shot from the wing.
That's the strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Nurkic is gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Morris finds Porter. Here's Bull. Back to Porter. Pulls up. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. Harrison comes in for Morris. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, there's a poison apple scenario there. Kanter with the polished up fake. If you bite, you lose.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Lillard. And Kanter drops them both. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. There's Harrison. Pass to Millsap. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You look over the defense. You find an opportunity inside the lane. That's good work by Paul Millsap.
The pass to Powell. Out left to the wing. Kanter kicks to Powell. McCollum outside. Yep, that one goes in there.
Such a good player on the in-between game, weaving behind bodies to find some space, and CJ cashes in.
Here's Harrison. Pass to Jokic. Here's Harrison. He's guarded by McCollum. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Cantor against Jokic. Look at that.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Jokic passes to Porter. Outside Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Over Anthony. Gordon kicks to Jokic. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And Anthony gets it to go.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
35 seconds left here in the first quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Denver shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Porter. Now here's McCollum. Back to Cantor. Kicks to McCollum. Offline with his 3. It's Rivers on the wing. Defended by Covington. Here's McCollum. Green with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The 3 from McCollum. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. And we'll get... Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked to...
I know that when the main guy...
I think he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
Monte Morris is out there with Harrison. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Green in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Harrison passes to Millsap. He kicks it to McGee. Shot clock at 5. And we played through the first minute here in the second.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
McCollum with the ball, and McGee picks him up defensively. And the basket by McCollum.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And now Portland on the break. McCollum left side takes a 3. Again, McCollum missing. And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets. 6-point game. And the wide open shot from Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. Millsap kicks to Morris. To the middle. Here's McGee. And he makes good on the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Inside, Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Pass to Harrison. Passes it to Green. 5 to shoot. Here's Morris. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Harry Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Sinks the triple. Nurkic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. To the paint, here's Bull. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the size Ball has posed this problem for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. There's the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Bull.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And Lillard kicks to Giles. Back to Lillard. On the wing, Jones. Misses the 3. Bull dishes to Gordon. Here's Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass. And now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back with the set.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Denver shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. They've got Giles. Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the 3. Here's Morris, and he gets it to go. Morris has got the first field goal of the second half for the Nuggets.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Morris against Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 6 points.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
The kick out to Porter. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Gordon finds Jokic. Rebound by Nurkic. Portland leading by 5. Covington into the lane. And the dunk by Covington.
For a player who plays with emotion like Covington, those kind of plays can really get your motor running.
Morris against Lillard. Jokic passes to Bull. Down low, intercepted. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Bull. And it's Harrison in for Porter. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Anthony in the corner. 6 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's Morris with plenty of space. Great look, but off the mark. And here we go. And that's an intentional foul. For the Nuggets, JaVale McGee's checked in for Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Morris. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Harry Giles. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Kanter also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
It's deflected. And they're running. Outside Anthony. Back to Powell. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target. And now it's a 12-point Trailblazer lead. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. Ball stolen. Millsap inside. Guarded by Powell. It's blocked.
That's good footwork from the big man as Kanter aware defensively to get to that one.
McCollum, no good. For Denver, they've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. The drive by Green and the slam dunk by McGee.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. McCollum right side. That's good from 17 feet away. McCollum's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
Simply, there are nights where he becomes a scoring machine, outside, inside. It doesn't matter. You have to keep a body on McCollum at all times.
A different look for Denver. Gordon's checked in for JaVale McGee. Porter comes in for Austin Rivers. And Morris subbed in for Harrison. And a switch here also for Portland. Little, he's checked in for Anthony. 55 seconds left to play in the third. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Powell, the pass to Kanter. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 5.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Green. Buries the easy one. Green's got his second basket of the game.
I mean, he makes plays
like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
He really stopped short on that one. The poise, the body control of McCollum, especially evident there.
And so it's Portland looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be right back after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Denver. Gordon out there with Bowl. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Monte Morris. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Robert Covington comes in for Little. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Lillard surveying the D. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. The Nuggets trail by 11. And he commits the intentional foul. Here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Giles. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Giles has got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Rivers with it. Over to the wing. Jokic inside. Working on Nurkic. Jokic with the bucket.
Jokic is doing things at that position that a lot of bigs just dream about.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Lillard outside. Pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. To the left wing. Here's Giles. And Portland again with the bucket.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it. Went right into the shot.
Rivers dishes the ball. Back to Rivers. And he converts the layup.
That's a big part of how Austin Rivers is making his living, attacking out of the pick and roll.
Trailblazers leading by 11. Now Lillard. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. It's Covington on the wing. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Ball kicks to Rivers. Inside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
A different look for Denver. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Millsap comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Austin Rivers. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Powell. to McCollum. Goes up on the high post. Anthony dishes to McCollum. 4 on the shot clock. Pulls it up. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. Harrison passes to Bull. It's deflected. Second chance shot. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. To the inside, Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And that one's good, Harrison. 34 seconds left in the game. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Denver making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits.
Paul Millsap has been underrated for most of his career. A consistent double-double threat, and has performed at an All-Star weekend.
Here is Lillard. From deep. That shot missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flat.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. again. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Damian Lillard out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 4. And for Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. 6 on the shot clock. And Lillard kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Lillard outside. Right at the free throw line. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Zubac, great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Hollis Jefferson finds Lillard. Outside, Jones. Here's Nurkic. A shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard with no one around. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And that one's good, George. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And George kicks to Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jackson against Lillard. Kicks it out to Leonard. Jacks up a 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Well, incredible improvement in Kawhi Leonard's jumper since he came into the league. Give credit to the time spent in San Antonio.
Leonard with the steal. Jackson looking it over. Morris outside. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Nurkic against Zubac. Clock at 4. Morris passes to Zubac. Stolen. Here's Lillard. And the shot is good.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. 59 seconds left to play in the first. Zubac kicks to George. Zubac the pass to George. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Now Lillard. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Lillard. From deep. The Clippers grab the miss. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside for George. Back to Jackson. Nurkic with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Jones. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers lead. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Rajon Rondo, then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Kennard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Portland leading. Pass to Giles. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Giles. Tries from 16. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Rondo against McCollum. Rondo passes to Beverley. Outside for Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Feeds to Cousins. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Cousins has got his first points in this one.
Well, nice finish. DeMarcus has the ability to absorb contact and still make the play.
McCollum dishes to Carmelo. Over Kennard. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Outside Batum. Here's Cousins. Puts it up from 12. He goes up again. Kennard on the wing. Up again. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
Just great work by DeMarcus Cousins. Persistence, great scoring ability, and that's how you manufacture points.
Here's McCollum. Buried from 15 feet out.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Passes it to Batum. Back to Rondo.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Beverley kicks to Kennard. Outside Batum. The feed to Cousins. Outside for Batum. And it falls over the rim and in. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys, they're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
What a huge target in transition Enes Kanter can be. You love when he runs the floor.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. 50 seconds left in the first half of the game. Dishes it to Cousins. Back to Kennard. A 3-ball. And Kanter pulls it down.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers trail by 5. Kennard on the wing. Covered by Anthony. Stolen by Kanter. McCollum against Beverly. And McCollum the bucket on the assist from Enes Kanter.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Rondo scanning the floor. And there's the pass to Beverly. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Portland out in front. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above. And that does it for our...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Derek Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the small forward. And so here are the Clippers. 7-point differential. Clock at 6. Here's Nurkic. Lillard with it. Poked away, and it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. To the middle. The reverse. Jones. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Leonard finds Jackson out to the wing. Morris outside. Zubac trying to break loose.
How about the recognition from Hollis-Jefferson? Superb at distracting shooters and just keeping them off balance.
Zubac with it. Now Covington defending. There's the lob to Jackson. No good. Shot missing.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Jackson passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Check out the vision from Jackson. He doesn't have to make the flashy play, just wants to make the right play.
Lillard up top, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
He had a nice open look right there.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Outside, Covington. The dish to Lillard. He feeds it to Jones. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jones has got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
George passes to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. Leonard kicks to Jackson. Off target with his 3. Trailblazers leading by 9.
Indoors with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
It's George on the wing. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And here's McCollum. He's got 6. Now here's Powell. He kicks to McCollum. To the inside. Here's Giles. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Giles has got 6.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
George looking over the floor. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Outside for Jackson. There's the 3. And McCollum with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Back to Powell. McCollum outside. Stolen by George. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
McCollum against Jackson. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. Inside. Giles, that's good. Giles has got 4 points now in the quarter.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And a deep 3 from George. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man
and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Trailblazers lead by 9. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Kennard is out there and Patrick Beverly. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the small forward. And that one's good. Beverly.
Patrick Beverly on the inside. Okay, we see you.
Trailblazers leading by 10. McCollum outside. Here's Simons. Back to McCollum. Down low. The shot's good from Cantor. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Beverly with the ball. Cantor covering. Leonard. And Kennard wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 12. A three from McCollum. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The open shot by Kennard. That shot off the mark. Now Portland takes it the other way. Plenty of space. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Kennard's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Leonard against Cantor. Here's Simons. Here's Anthony. Here's Cantor. Pass to Simons. Drops in the tray. Simons has got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. McCollum against Beverly. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. That one's good from the corner. And the Trailblazers lead by 13. Beverly up top. Kicks it out to Leonard. The tray. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Simons. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Portland.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Enes Kanter.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
A three from McCollum. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. Kennard for three. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And it's Simons missing.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
And here are the Blazers. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
McCollum outside, fires the three. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
So the Trailblazers win it. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Might get heated. I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Now Porzingis after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Covington. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Dallas moving it around. Kleba against Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
Nurkic kicks to Powell. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket. And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now here's Lillard. And there's the feed to Nurkic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The 3 for Doncic. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And it's Lillard missing. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Richardson gets a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Finney Smith. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
For the 3, C.J. McCollum with the rebound. Portland's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Lillard. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
It's Richardson on the wing and stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Here's Nurkic. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Hardaway with a wide open look. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's McCollum. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Redding. Mavericks leading by 8. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Jones against Hardaway. From the wing. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to. They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And the technical free throw is good.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Dallas making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. Hardaway finds Brunson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Dallas. They lead by 5. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Anthony, also Enes Kanter out there. Derek Jones is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here's Burke. Portland making their last shot. Launches it. That one's not going to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Simons, the pass to Powell. Kanter. It's good on the putback.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that one, good.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line. They give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Brunson with it. Dish now to Hardaway. They get the rebound, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter, didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them, and now they're showing what they can do offensively.
The shot by Powell, no good. Trailblazers trail by 6. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Here's Simons. Three-pointer. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hardaway from outside. Nailed from three-point land. Hardaway has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Jones finds McCollum. Here's Simons. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Brunson with a clean look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps it tight.
Recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Brunson, no good. Trailblazers trail by 5. There's 1:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Simons, the pass to McCollum. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He's been ice cold tonight.
And, you know, here in the second quarter, they're 5 for 9. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Trailblazers trail by 5. Passed a little. And stolen by Redick.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. It's stolen by Little. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard from outside. They get it back. Covington passes to Nurkic. Over to the left wing. Drills it from outside.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Now Doncic from deep. Richardson. It doesn't go for him. And that's it for the first half of... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At one stretch in the opening period, they built up and
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Portland trailing here. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. McCollum outside. Takes it out to Covington for the lead. And he's good on the 3-ball. Covington's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
Man, nice perimeter shooting by Robert Covington. Just has such a really aesthetically pleasing release on those long ball attempts.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Kicks it out to Richardson. Oh, good with the triple. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Now Covington. Back to McCollum. It's Covington on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Doncic feeling it out. Passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. And the pass to McCollum. Nurkic against Porzingis. McCollum passes to Nurkic. He dishes it to Lillard. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Outside, Porzingis shoots over Nurkic. Porzingis can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Powell for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Covington sends it back.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
Pass to Lillard. They swipe it. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Richardson outside. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's McCollum following the score by Josh Richardson. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. Kleba kicks to Finney-Smith. Porzingis trying to get 3. No good from Finney-Smith.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McCollum, no good. Dallas has gotten blanked from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Over in the corner, Doncic. His three-pointers off the mark. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. It's McCollum on the wing. To end the cold streak, it's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Exactly what Richardson can do on the drive. I mean, he can handle the ball. He's got a quick step, and he can finish when he gets to the rim.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. And that one's good. Lillard.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Portland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Wide open look. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Doncic has got his second basket. Lillard from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by Lillard. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks ahead, up by 3. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Enes Kanter. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. Here's Kanter. Tries again. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Hollis Jefferson.
One of the things you love about Hollis Jefferson is his activity. I mean, he impacts the game really without having plays called for him.
Was shot by Redick, no good. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Here's Brunson, and he banks in the layup. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Can't hit from 12. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Hardaway kicks to Kleba. Outside Hardaway. Outside Redick. He's looking for Hardaway and finds him for 3. And Cancer pulls it down.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Simons surveying the D. Good D by Hardaway. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. It's stolen by Jones. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist from Redick. And the Mavericks lead by 3. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And then for the Trailblazers, McCollum comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the basket by McCollum.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
And Doncic, here we go. And the layup is good.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. He kicks it to McCollum. Goes up to the stripe. Mavericks with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Inside. Here's Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime.
And it's Lillard missing.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
McCollum outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Porzingis finds Doncic. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Doncic has got the lead up to 9 now for the man. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block. But they recover it. Lillard outside. Can they get it? Back to Canner. Nice D from Porzingis.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay.
The 3. And Finney Smith gets it to go. And it's a 12-point Dallas lead.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And the basket by McCollum.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic outside. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for